Good morning, class. Welcome back to 2200 Introduction to Physical Anthropology. I'm so happy to see you all here this morning. Agent Scully, would you like to have a seat?
I can't sit down. I can only stand.
Okay. Great. Then let's go on with our lesson. So by the end of last week's lesson, what I wanted you to be able to do was to identify good science versus bad science and be able to identify misinformation in the media. So let's see how you did now that I've got you all here in this beautiful classroom. Let's share some of our answers, okay? Okay, so who wants to tell the class how we can identify some characteristics of good science?
Ooh, I know, call on me.
Yes, Agent Mulder.
You can tell something is good science when it comes from aliens.
Not quite. Can someone help out Agent Mulder?
Good science follows the scientific method, it's peer-reviewed, and there's usually a large sample size with a list of credible sources.
That's great. Thanks, Agent Scully.
You're welcome. I know a lot about science because I'm a medical doctor.
Cool. Okay, now how can we identify misinformation or bad science?
I know how to identify bad science and misinformation in the media.
Great, Felicity. Tell us how we can identify bad science and misinformation in the media.
Bad scientists usually try to bypass the peer review process.
That's right. Bad scientists usually try to bypass the peer review process and they try to publish their findings in the popular media without undergoing peer review. What else? Yeah, Sock Monkey. Do you have something to add?
A lot of people who practice bad science try to claim that they have been persecuted by the establishment, and they usually have a lot of conflicts of interest. So like oil companies funding climate change studies is an example of conflict of interest.
Wonderful. Thank you all for the great discussion. Let's highlight some of the key points from today. Good science has a number of identifiable characteristics, including a large sample size, peer review, logic, and generally following the scientific method. Misinformation or bad science, on the other hand, is done by people who claim to be persecuted by the establishment. Take, for example, the Plandemic video. That is an example of misinformation and bad science. Bad science also generally has a very noticeable conflict of interest, like oil companies funding climate change research. Bad science also has a small sample size, and those researchers often speak in very technical language that is not comprehensible to the general public. Okay, thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you next time.